Hi everyone, welcome to the daily reading. My fluorite again. I don't know why I'm so attracted to this these days. It really helps with your intuition, and it helps with just psychic abilities and stuff. But I've really been drawn to it specifically the last week with all these super heavy energies. I feel like it's kind of lightening things up for me. I think that's why I've been holding on to it a lot. So yeah, fluorite, it's really pretty. Anyway, welcome to the daily reading. So we're going to talk about one big aspect that's happening today. And then I want to mention a few aspects, not in great detail, but just kind of bring them up so we are aware that they're coming, and that I'll get more in depth to them as we get closer, because it's more of like a weekend thing. It's like coming up this weekend. We have, real quick business stuff. I had a comment yesterday to do my business stuff in a different video. I'm not going to do like a whole new video for all the merchandise and stuff. Just want to mention it really quick. All of the necklaces these are all handmade necklaces, and the clear crystal quartz, they're not perfect crystals. What I love about these crystals that my jeweler has done, they're like, some of them even have like what we call twins inside of them. There's only like 11 available on my website. But the twins that are inside of them, it's like a crystal was growing inside of a crystal, and so it made a crack. And so there's a twin. The one that he made for me actually just there's like a ghost crystal. You can't really see it. I'd have to take it off. Anyways, but the silver is all done, handmade, like all of this. It's like genuinely, I mean, he's amazing. He's totally amazing. It's all molded. Every single one of them are different. So they're like all one of a kind, and they're infused with Reiki energy by me before they are sent to you. Go check it out on my website. It's in the merchandise section. So like, you go to my website, fearlessintuition.net. At the top, you see merch, and you'll have a drop-down box where you can either go and get apparel, or you can take a gander at the jewelry. Also, my coffee mugs are in the apparel section. If you would like to get a reading with me right now, readings are off the chain. Like, I had one this morning. It was friggin' amazing. I had an emergency reading this morning, and he's actually in Turkey. And so, hi, if you're watching this. It was an amazing reading. It was fantastic. I don't know exactly what it is about all of the psychic energy that's happening right now, but literally the downloads are for real, and the psychic abilities that everybody has right now is crazy. So if you want to get a reading with me, I do have 2 sales going on, the 1-hour reading and the one-on-one alignment sessions. They're both on sale. Also, I do have some $30 one question video recorded readings available, and some 30-minute readings available. Okay, and I'm going to start traveling in July. There are also events that are going to be up on my page later today, but we'll be traveling in July. So I'm not sure how many like actual readings I'll be doing in July. So I'm just booking for June right now. So if you want to get a reading before July, I suggest you jump on that. I'm just saying, I don't know how much I'll be doing personal readings in July. Hopefully I'll be able to keep up with the daily readings. So today, the energy, the transit that I wanted to talk about today is Mars conjunct the North Node. And they're both in Cancer. We also have Mercury in Cancer. Venus is now in Gemini. Mars conjunct the North Node. If you have this in your natal chart, you're like boss. Because the North Node speaks of your purpose in this lifetime. The North Node speaks of the things that you really want to accomplish, and it's your dharma. It's literally your soul's path. So you learn like when I had my Virgo North Node transit, my North Node is in Virgo, and I'm a Virgo sun. So like literally my whole life changed and I started following my soul's path. So if you have a North Node in Cancer, and we're having this Mars conjunction with the North Node in Cancer, it's literally time for like, you just want to go. You just want to get things done. You want to work towards your soul purpose, and you have this energy to do it. And you have this drive to get things done. And you're really, really focused on what you're doing. Really trust that instinct right now. If you're kind of confused and you're not entirely sure what direction your soul purpose is supposed to be, we work on that in my one-on-one alignment sessions. I'm actually thinking about doing like a workshop, like an online webinar and workshop, to kind of work on, to help people figure out what their soul purpose is. It's kind of like a masterclass almost in how to approach your soul purpose in life. Still kind of toying with that idea. So I'll let everybody know if I decide to do that. There's just a lot going on. But that's what Mars and North Node wants you to do. Like, have those kind of ideas. And it's like this shock value where you're like, yes, that's what I want to do. This is something that I'm really looking forward to, right? So that's what Mars North Node conjunction is going to help you with. Now, this weekend coming up, we have a Jupiter-Neptune square. And when Jupiter and Neptune are square, the illusion is real. You could have a lot of really, really big ideas of things that you want to do. You could have relationships that like come into your life and you're like, yes, this is the one. This is the relationship. This is it. This is what's going to happen. And the Jupiter, because Jupiter is the one that's like really trying to make your life go and really trying to make your life happen. And it's really, really like a fantastic feeling. And then Neptune comes along and it's like, oh, but wait, did you think about this? Neptune is the illusion aspect of it. So that's something that we're going to talk a little bit more about as we get closer to the weekend. And there was one more conjunction I wanted to talk about. Oh, we do have the full moon in Sagittarius on Monday. So June 17th, the full moon in Sagittarius, and we'll kind of talk about, that's going to be a really big full moon. This full moon in Sagittarius, I have a Sagittarius moon. I always love when the moon is in Sagittarius, but with the other aspects that are happening with it, especially with this, you'll have the conjunction with Jupiter and the square with Neptune. You really got to be careful on disillusioning yourself and allowing yourself to, like right now is a good time to trust in your instincts and trust exactly what your path is, because this weekend, if you're going to question yourself, like no doubt about it, you will question every situation that you've ever been in your entire life. You will question all of it. You will question every step that you've ever made. Today, this is why I want everybody to get really, really grounded in who they are. Because if you don't know who you are, and that's what I try and teach people with the alignment sessions, if you don't know who you are, that Jupiter-Neptune square with the full moon in Sagittarius can throw you off completely and make you feel like you don't even know anything, right? That everything that you've ever known in your entire life was a complete lie. A lot of people are changing their entire religions right now. A lot of people are changing their entire belief systems right now. A lot of people are going through the awakening process, and their entire belief system is shifting. I know a lot of people that were New Agers that have believed in tarot, that have believed in source energy, universe energy, evolution, all of that. And now they're deciding to, they're following the Bible, and the Bible is word. And neither one is right or wrong. Like, one of the biggest things that I tell everybody is God is source energy. God is the universe, right? God is the universe. And I'm not going to judge you, and I'm not going to tell you what you believe in is wrong and what I believe in is right. That's not that's not the point. That's not the whole point of this. The point is to believe in yourself. First and foremost, believe in yourself, because everything that you need to learn for yourself and what you resonate with you need to have a firm foundation for yourself that is your belief system, right? And that nobody else can sway you. There have been times where I've been on this journey where I really resonated with one person, and then they kind of flipped the script a little bit, and then I started questioning everything that I had ever, believed in before. And I was like, whoa, 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 I can't do that. I have to believe in it for myself, whether I believe in, it's not that you need to believe in what everybody else is believing in. It's what you need to believe in for yourself. Okay. I really like the first card that came out. We have the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is the first card that came out. And then we have Mr. Neptune himself, the King of Cups. I love that he's holding a trident there. This is actually represents Scorpio. So the emotions are running high, but I feel like the emotions are running high in a really, really positive way, in a positive direction. There could, this is why I really want you to trust how you're feeling right now. 100% trust how you're feeling right now, because all of that Cancerian energy, with Mars and Mercury and the North Node, like everything that's happening in Cancer right now, it's helping us all be a little bit more abundant, right? Because Cancerians are very determined, extremely determined individuals. They have a set way, sometimes they go a little bit sideways. The crab will walk sideways. If they can't go forward, they'll go sideways, but they'll figure out a way to get around it. And so this Mars and North Node is really, really, really going to help you get determined. You're feeling quite abundant right now. Even if you're doing it like on your own, that Nine of Pentacles is making me feel like you're quite abundant. You're feeling quite abundant right now. Somebody is feeling very happy, very satisfied. Oh yeah, the Sun, third day in a row. We have the Sun. Where is the Sun right now? The Sun is in Gemini with Venus. Venus is also in Gemini. Let's get 2 more cards. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. The Sun is clarity, it's health, it's feeling really, really good about the process. And having those hard conversations could probably be kind of easy right now. If you need to have a hard conversation with somebody, that Page of Swords is telling you that right now those hard conversations could probably be a little bit easier than what they would normally be. Okay, so there are 2 cards that came out here. I feel like it's time to get really super honest with yourself. I feel like it's really, really time to get honest with yourself. And the reason why I feel that way is I feel like some people are being, Mars in Cancer can give us a very passive-aggressive type attitude. And if you, like, my Mars is in Cancer and Mars is my leading planet. So I have been extremely passive-aggressive in the past. It still rears its ugly head every once in a while. I'm not proud of it, but at least I'm honest. But this 8 of Cups and the High Priestess right next to the Page of Swords makes me feel like there needs to be a very real conversation about what it is that you will accept and what it is that you need to leave behind. Because this 8 of Cups, I feel like people are holding on to things right now. I feel like there are some emotional situations that people are really, really holding on to, and you want to be at the 10 of Cups. See, I'm just like, it's just natural for me right now to be holding onto this fluorite. You want to be at the 10 of Cups, and I feel like the only way to do that is to shed some light on some situations that are going on. You don't have to do it in an angry sort of way, but also you can't hold on to the emotions, because if you hold on to the emotions, it's just going to grow and fester and get bitter and get angry, and you don't want to do that, right? The reason why people don't have the hard conversations is because it's uncomfortable. Like, we don't want to have hard conversations because it kind of sucks, right? It's not fun. Here's the thing. If you have the hard conversation, then it's done and over with, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. Oh, the other thing that's coming up, I forgot to mention this, is Venus is going to be square the black moon. So, yeah, it'll be squaring the black moon in the next couple of days. Lilith is the black moon. The black moon are our hidden desires. The black moon can be obsessive. The black moon. So you could really like meet people right now that are super, super karmic for you, or it's just all about sex. Like, seriously, when Venus squared Lilith, it's just all going to be like, it's just a sexual encounter and that's it. So be very, very careful and be very, very cautious about who you're bringing into your inner circle. Shed some light on all situations and opportunities that are going on right now, because especially with that Jupiter and Neptune square at the same time as Lilith and the black moon at the same time of the full moon, like, there's some shit that could really hit the fan when it comes to that. The funny thing is today, it seems like today's like, oh, la-di-da, everything's really happy. But there's this underlying current of, oh, damn. You can feel the energy. You can feel it. It's almost like, if you grew up in the 80s, you know the movies Tales from the Crypt. And it's that creepy little guy in the beginning. Like, you can just feel the way that the movie's gonna go. You can feel that creepy, creepy energy. I just aged myself because I said, if you grew up in the 80s like me, anyway, that's kind of what this weekend is bringing to us, that really underlying creepy kind of feeling. I just might have to stay indoors because Sunday's Father's Day here in the United States. Might just not go anywhere. I'll just hunker down and be like, no, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what this 10 of Cups is, because I feel like this is something that we're all striving to get to. And yeah, and there are opportunities. Like, I don't want this weekend to like creep you out or anything like that. There are so many opportunities right now for you to get to the 10 of Cups, not in an illusion kind of way. Because sometimes we think of the 10 of Cups as an illusionary kind of card because it has to do with emotions, right? So, emotions can be very, very real. I feel like there are some really big opportunities right now for us to be genuinely happy, but you have to allow it and you have to open up your eyes to it. That Ace of Wands is a gift, right? It's a gift from the universe, and we can't ask for the gift earlier than our birthday shows up. But speaking of birthdays, Geminis, your birthday special is still going. Take advantage of it while you can before it's over. It'll be over on the 21st of June. So this Ace of Wands, you have to have your eyes wide open to be able to see it. If your eyes are closed, you're not going to see the gift coming. And the Ace is saying that there are really big opportunities. There is definitely a shift, and there could be a shift within the Divine Masculine right now where they're allowing themselves to be vulnerable. I feel this King of Cups is making me feel very vulnerable. And with the Wheel of Fortune there, it feels like that shift is very, very real. The Wheel of Fortune is that energetic shift. And you could actually be in charge, your own Divine Masculine energy within you, by being vulnerable and by being open and allowing yourself to do that. You could actually shift the energy for yourself. Like, it doesn't, you can be in charge of shifting that energy. Let's see what this 9 of Pentacles is. Whoa. All right. I mean, if that's what we're going to do, that's what we're going to, there we go. Yeah. There is this abundance here. And I feel like there's a willingness to grow from this abundance. So we have the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles. So we're talking about Gemini season, which the Lovers represents Gemini, right? But we're also talking about allowing ourselves to be humble with this Page of Pentacles, allowing ourselves to be humble within relationships, within very, very close relationships with people, but also keeping our own autonomy at the same time. Giving, but also giving back to ourselves and not letting the relationship really get in the way of it, right? Here's the other, that's like growth. Like there's so much growth that's happening here and so much fortune and abundance and amazing things that are happening here. We really have to allow ourselves to be open and honest. I feel like this is also about being vulnerable. This 8 of Cups with the High Priestess is also about being vulnerable. So let's see what the Sun... Ooh, and there's the Queen of Cups, the 5 of Swords. So the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine are both coming out as water signs, as it should be, since everything is so very watery right now. All the water. And we'll have Scorpio moon right before the Sagittarius moon, because right now the moon's in Libra, and so it'll be in Libra for the next couple of days, and then it'll be in Scorpio for a couple of days, and then we'll get to Sagittarius. So there's a lot of trining, water trines that are happening along with these squares too. So things are going to be really, really emotional. And the only way to get clear, the only way to have clarity during this really emotional time is to not lie to yourself. That 5 of Swords is about lying to yourself. So if your Divine Feminine energy is lying to yourself, what does that mean? Self-critical talk? That's what that means. The 5 of Swords to me is telling yourself all of those lies that aren't true. Telling yourself you're not good enough. Telling yourself that, the reason why things aren't working in your life is all because of you and you're a horrible person and this and that. And like whatever lies you tell to yourself, right? The negative self-talk. If you wouldn't say it to somebody you love the most, don't say it to yourself. Okay? That is a rule of thumb. And Virgos, like, I'm only saying that because I am a Virgo, but Virgos are really, really good about negative self-talk. So take it from a Virgo that is like, I'm like a champion when it comes to negative self-talk. Seriously, I've learned how to not do it, but it still creeps in every once in a while. And when it does, when that voice starts in my head, I say, all right, would I say this to somebody I really, really love? Would I tell my best friend? Would I tell my brother? Would I tell my mom, my dad, my human would I speak to them in that way? And if the answer is no, don't speak to yourself like that. That's how you stop negative self-talk. And it's a process. You can't expect something like that to happen overnight. Like you've been talking negatively to yourself for your entire life, probably. So it's unprogramming yourself, that 5 of Swords. But in order for you to gain clarity and happiness and abundance in your life, you have to stop with the negative self-talk. Now, here's the thing, is I do feel like there could be a tendency for arguments right now if you are super duper sensitive with these sensitive archetypes that are out, these sensitive people that are out, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. With this Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords, I do feel like arguments could flare very, very easily. If you are not emotionally stable right now, don't poke at somebody. If you are not emotionally stable and somebody is poking at you, you look at them and you say, today is not that day. You can come at me any other time, but today I'm not arguing with you. Shut it down. You have the right. It is your right to say, I do not want to argue today. Today is not the day to trigger me. Okay? People don't just, I mean, because you are the one that's going to allow the energy that's coming at you. You know? Eight of Cups and the High Priestess. Let's clarify these together. Yeah. And see, here's the thing. And then we have the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So there is victory out of this day. Remember that these daily readings, just because it's dated for June 11th doesn't mean it's just going to be June 11th. This could resonate a week from now. It could resonate last week. It could resonate in a year, 6 months, whatever. Time is not linear. Energy is fluid. If it's not resonating with you, it doesn't resonate with you. Okay? I've had some people take these readings very, very personally. And I'm like, it's a general reading. This is for thousands of people. Like, I'm not trying to, if you want to have a personal reading, they are on sale. Take advantage of the sale. If you need a personal reading. All right. Three of Wands on the Eight of Cups and the High Priestess. Here's the thing. I feel like the vulnerability factor is the key here. Allowing yourself to open up and not be shut down. Allowing yourself to look into the future and see that there are some really, really amazing things. This week, starting last weekend, coming into this weekend, it's very testing. Then we're going to come into eclipse season. Then we're going to come into serious retrograde season because Neptune is going to go retrograde. Mercury is going to go retrograde. Leo season is not going to be the easiest season in the world, right? However, this is all, like I said yesterday, it's all about growth. It's all about a process. It's all about learning who you are, how you relate to others, and what your purpose in this lifetime is. That's what all this energy is about. It's not about the universe beating you down. It's not about the universe smiting you. It's not about God having some kind of vendetta against you. It's about you learning all of your karma, fixing it, and moving on. Yeah? And vulnerability, being vulnerable, being brave, being open, talking to people is going to catapult us into new relationships, and really, really amazing stuff right now. People are waking up right and left. I've had several one-on-one alignment sessions with people. They're like, I don't even know what's happening to me right now. And I'm like, you're going through a spiritual awakening process. And that's what happens. But it's okay because we all go through it. We all get through it. We all get to where we need to go. But it's not easy, right? And the reason why it's not easy is because there's so much growth. We were taught to be one particular way our entire lives. We were programmed to be one particular way. And when you have to flip the switch because the switch was flipped, it's not easy, but it's totally worth it. And, it can be fun too. You just have to accept it for what it is and allow yourself to be open to the process. Allow yourself to shift with the energy. Don't fight against it. The more you try and fight against the energy, the harder it's going to be for your soul to grow. And what do I mean by that? When you're trying to stay in one place and the universe is trying to move you in another direction, when you're trying to stay in one place, the harder it is to move you, the harder it is going to be on you, right? You dig your heels in and you're like, I'm not moving. I'm staying right here. I don't want to grow. I want to be the same that I was yesterday and 10 years ago. The universe is trying to wake you up and shift you. It's okay. It's a process. All right, my friends, please take really, really good care of yourselves right now. The energy isn't easy, but again, it's all going to be really, really worth it. And it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. And make sure that you're talking to people. Make sure you're staying open. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.